Hello, everyone. Welcome to November monthly horoscope for all 12 signs. First, I'll begin by giving you a quick overview and then looking at all the important areas of life, followed by the look at day-to-day horoscope for your monthly calendar. So please stay tuned as I go through each sign. So let's begin with Aries monthly horoscope for November. As we look ahead to November 2024, this month is poised to be a significant one for Aries individuals compared to 2023. This year represents a more progressive landscape, generally due to the favorable positioning of key planets Saturn and Jupiter in relation to your moon sign. Now, Saturn will reside in your 11th house, while Jupiter will take its position and place in the second house starting May 2024. Additionally, the nodal planets Rahu is also positioned in the 12th house and Ketu in the 6th house, which is setting the stage for a productive month. Now, Rahu's placement in the 12th house suggests potential unexpected financial gains, especially as Jupiter, the Lord of Rahu, is favorably positioned after May 2024. However, prior to April 2024, Jupiter will be located in the first house, which may necessitate increased attention to your health. You may also find yourself drawn to spiritual pursuits, making significant progress in that area. Now, expect some financial gains through speculation and other unexpected avenues this month due to Rahu's influence. Yet these gains may not provide satisfaction that you seek. Conversely, Ketu in the 6th house may lead to financial opportunities from sources like inheritance and loans, guiding you towards success based on your own efforts. Now, up to and until November 15th, the Sun, as the Lord of the 5th house, will be in a debilitated phase, resulting in limited positive outcomes. You might encounter health challenges stemming from a weakened immune system and may need to allocate more funds to your children's health as well. Fortunately, after November 15th, Jupiter's favorable position in the 2nd house will bring improved financial prospects, contributing to an increase in money flow. With Saturn's influence in the 11th house, you may anticipate gradual and steady benefits as the month progresses. Mars, as your sign lord, will be moving directly, enhancing your chances for success in career, finance, and relationships. And if you're in a romantic relationship, expect more fulfilling experiences. And you will see that you will connect with your siblings. That bond will also strengthen. However, keep in mind that the Sun's placement in the 7th house before mid-November may hinder prosperity in career and finances. Once it transits to the 8th house, you can face challenges related to finances, career, and relationships, along with potential health issues. Now, moving on to career, November promises positive developments for Aries in their professional lives. With Saturn in the 11th house influencing your moon sign, you'll feel a surge of calmness and determination that will allow you to pursue career advancements effectively. Expect to gain valuable practical experience, which can aid you in professional growth. The combined influence of Jupiter in the 2nd house will further enhance your prospects. This powerful planetary duo may open doors for new job opportunities, including positions abroad, as well as promotions and additional benefits. So anything career-related type travel is also likely to happen this month, enhancing your experiences. Jupiter's position will bolster your financial situation, leading to increased income. And with Ketu in the 6th house, your dedication to service and hard work will shine through, enabling you to achieve even the most challenging targets in your professional endeavors. Now, if you're a business owner, expect to flourish as a successful entrepreneur. Your innovative strategies will set you apart from your competitors, resulting in substantial profits. Now, looking at finances, in terms of finances, the picture looks mixed for the month. While the first half of November before the 15th may see some losses due to negligence, and the presence of Saturn and Jupiter will help maintain a decent flow of money, the Sun's position in the 7th house may cause some financial strain initially, but Saturn's influence in the 11th house ensures steady gains over time. After November 15th, the Sun's transition to the 8th house may lead to increased expenses, necessitating careful management of your finance resources. However, Jupiter's support will allow you to save and expand your financial horizon. Now moving on to health. Your health outlook appears to improve post November 15th. Prior to that, you may experience digestive issues, need to focus on your dietary habits for sure. Ketu in the 6th house will help you maintain good health, while Rahu in the 12th house might contribute to discomfort, such as leg pain or sleep disturbance. Now, the beneficial influence of Jupiter on the 6th house will aid you to overcome any kind of health difficulties. So it will help in your overall well-being compared to 2023. You should feel better. You should feel more secure and have less anxiety regarding your health. Now, in terms of love, marriage, and personal relationships, in the realm of love and relationships, the presence of Rahu in the 12th house may bring some disturbances. So decision making regarding romantic matters might be delayed, impacting your ability to turn love into everlasting success this month. However, post November 15th, you can expect improved harmony in your relationships, making it a favorable time for love and potential marriage plans. For those already married, this month may offer opportunities to enhance understanding and happiness within your partnership. Now moving on to family and friends. Family dynamics may face challenges this month due to Rahu's influence. You might feel uncertainty about your family life, and the sun's position in the 7th house may strain relationships with your partner and family members before November 15th. So tensions could lead to arguments, disrupting the peace in your home. However, once the sun moves to the 8th house, conditions may improve, fostering better family relationships. While full happiness may not be realized, the atmosphere at home is likely to become more peaceful as the month progresses. So now let's look at the calendar for you. The 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, those are really good days. These days are favorable for a romantic date. Your creativity will definitely be on a high, and your mental focus will be there. If you want to learn something new, these are great days for that. Now, the 4th and the 5th, these days are not favorable. This is where your energies will be low. You might be dealing with a health issue. If you have any decisions that need to be made, keep those decisions pending. As you know, these are not good days to decide anything. You will come to regret what you do decide. And these are days where, your energies are irritable, so that you could maybe get into dispute with people. So be careful of health, debt, and disputes on these days. On the 6th, 7th, and 8th, these are great days for partnership. If you're married, these are good days for you. You'll see that you're in sync with your partner or your spouse. Now, looking at the 9th and the 10th, these days are unfavorable for you. I would lay low on these days. Your energies will be low. You'll be irritable. You'll be stressed. So definitely not the best days of the month, the 9th and the 10th. Now, moving on to better days for you, which is the 11th and the 12th. These are good days where you're feeling better now. Luck is on your side. You could also have improved relationships with your mentors or your father on these days. On the 13th and the 14th, this is where you want to focus on work, because your efforts at work will definitely be rewarded here. These are good career days. The 15th and the 16th, these are days where you want to enjoy yourself after all the hard work. You want to go out with your friends, have some good food, have some fun. And these are good days to socialize and to network. The 17th and the 18th, this is where you could have unexpected expenses. You could have low energy. Your health may not be at its best here. So these are low energy, not so favorable days, the 17th and the 18th. Now, the 19th and the 20th, these are days that you want to give to yourself. Focus on yourself, rejuvenate yourself, spend some time alone, self-reflect. These are very good days for you to relax. The 21st, the 22nd, and the 23rd, these are great money days for you. This is where if you want to borrow some money, it's a good time to ask. If you want to raise a promotion, these are good days to ask. If you've lent money to someone, need your money back, these are good days to ask. So your wallet should be full on these days. This is also a good time where if you want to take profits, if you're in the stock market, keep an eye open on these days. On the 24th and the 25th, these are good days to spend with your siblings, with your neighbors, people in your community. This is where you might want to take a short local trip. It'll be enjoyable for you. If you want to spend some time alone and do some hobbies, that also is going to be very good for you. Any efforts you put into what you're doing will pay off on these days. These are favorable days. The 26th and the 27th. This is where your relations with your mom will be very good. She'll be supportive, very loving. Your home environment will be good here. You'll be happy at home here. You'll feel supported. You'll feel nurtured. And on the 28th, 29th, and the 30th, these are where your focus will be very good on these days. You'll be very creative. You'll see that if you want to learn something new, these are great days to learn something new. If you want to go out on a date, this is great romantic days for you as well. If you're dating, if you're if you're married already, then the 7th and the 8th, the 6th, 7th, and 8th would be more favorable for married people. But for singles, the 28th, 29th, and 30th are great days. On the 31st, you want to be mindful of your health. You want to be mindful of your energy on these days. It's not a favorable day. And if you have any decisions that need to be made, that would not be a favorable day for you to make a decision. So maybe postpone that to one of your favorable days. Now, the unfavorable days of the month for Aries is 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 15, and 16. On these days, please be mindful of your energy, okay? Your energy will not be favorable on these days. The atmosphere around you and people around you will not be favorable on these days. So once again, take opportunity on your money days, the 21st, 22nd, and the 23rd. And of course, your love honey days, the 6th, 7th, and 8th. Make the most of those opportunities. So now moving on to Taurus November monthly horoscope. Welcome to Taurus horoscope for the month of November 2024. So in November 2024, Taurus individuals will see their astrological landscape shaped by a favorable positioning of Saturn in the 10th house, Jupiter in the 1st house, Rahu in the 11th house, and Ketu in the 5th house. Before November 15th, the Sun as the 4th house lord will be located in the 6th house, potentially bringing unexpected financial gains through inheritance. However, this period may also necessitate increased spending on family matters, particularly related to the mother's health, now, which could be disrupted, and your sense of comfort could also be disrupted. So be mindful that you may encounter financial losses this month. Jupiter's presence in your 1st house may lead to unexpected financial windfalls, but it may also contribute to health issues such as obesity. So you could see you're putting on some weight during this month of November. Jupiter tends to do that when it looks at or is in the 1st house. Now, Rahu's favorable placement in the 11th house suggests good financial prospects. Though saving money could prove challenging, Ketu in the 5th house may draw you towards spiritual pursuits. Now, moving on to career. This month looks promising for your career, thanks to Saturn's positioning in the 10th house, which signifies stability and success in your professional life. With Saturn being the ruler of both the 9th and the 10th houses, your dedication and hard work will pay off with promotions or incentives. Now, Jupiter's aspect on the 9th house can further enhance your luck in career-related endeavors, potentially leading to foreign travel or opportunities that fulfill your professional aspirations. Now, for those who are in business, this combination of Saturn in the 10th house and Jupiter influencing the 5th house abodes well for your entrepreneurial ventures. Now, expect to gain an edge over your competitors and consider forming partnerships, as these could lead to innovative strategies and successful outcomes. Now moving on to finances. The financial outlook for November appears moderate for the Taurus individuals. With Jupiter occupying the 1st house as the lord of the 8th house, you may experience increased expenses and limited opportunities for savings. Now, exercise caution in financial dealings to navigate potential losses, especially before November 15th. Now moving on to health. Your health situation this month is also moderate. The positioning of Jupiter in the first house could lead to issues like back pain and discomfort in the thighs. Additionally, you may be susceptible to heat-related allergies, and you should take care of your eyes, as irritation or burning sensation could arise. Now moving on to relationships. Now, in matters of love and relationships, this month may prove challenging. Jupiter's placement in the first house as the eighth house lord can lead to feelings of insecurity and potential disappointments in your romantic pursuits. Now, if you're considering marriage, it might be wise to postpone any plans until conditions improve. Exercise patience and communication openly in your relationship to mitigate any disputes that could arise. Now, with family and friends, your family dynamics may be strained this month. Jupiter's position in the first house could create turbulence and lead to arguments among family members. Increasing stress levels may exacerbate the tensions, so consider practices like meditation or yoga to manage your stress effectively. And you may feel overlooked by your family as well. But with Saturn's influence in the 10th house, you will remain committed to your loved ones and work towards maintaining harmony. So that was a quick overview of the month, and now let's move to the day-to-day calendar for Taurus natives. So on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, we have a great opening to the month. You have days where you're happy at home, your communication and your relationship with your mother is in a good place here. You have good family support. On the 4th and the 5th, you'll see that your focus towards your studies, towards learning something new, your creativity will be at an all-time high during these days. On the 6th, 7th, and 8th, this is where you need to practice some caution. These are unfavorable dates for you. This is where you could incur some debt. You could also get into a dispute with someone. You have to be aware of your enemies, your coworkers, and also your health here. So I would suggest that, maybe if you have decisions that need to be made, or you need to attend any court cases, or you have an important date, maybe to postpone it, because these dates are not favorable for any kind of decision making as well. Now, 8th and 9th, these are days that are good for partnership. This is where you can spend some time with your spouse, with your partner. You'll be in sync with one another. Your energies will flow really nicely together. Now, on the 11th and the 12th, these 2 days are stressful days. Again, not favorable days out of the month. Again, your energies will be low. You won't be feeling your best. You could have some tension, some anxiety. So maybe not do any decision making on these days, and plan your activities. Maybe look at the unfavorable dates here and plan accordingly. Now, on the 13th and the 14th, these are very nice days. These are days for yourself to self-reflect, this is where you feel much better. Your communication with your father, with your gurus, with your spiritual leaders will be nice here. Your energies will flow very nicely together. Now on the 15th, the 16th, this is where you really want to pay attention to your work. This is where you want to be dedicated. If you need to ask for promotions, these are good days for asking for promotions or raises, or this is where you really get recognized for your work. You get credit where it's due. On the 17th and the 18th, this is where you want to socialize. After doing all the hard work of the week, you want to spend some time with your friends and with your family. Go out, socialize, network, enjoy yourself. Friends, food, and fun. Okay? Now, the 19th and the 20th, again, 2 days that are not favorable. This is where you could see unexpected expenses pop up. You may not be feeling your best. You could feel stressed. Not favorable days to make any decisions on these days. Now, the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, these are days that you want to focus on yourself. You want to self-reflect, self-rejuvenate, spend time to, energize yourself. Do some meditation, some yoga. Now, the 24th and the 25th, these are your money days for the month. These are the days that are really where you'll find that the money flow comes in easy. If you need to ask for money, these are the days you want to ask for money, whether, you're borrowing or you've lent out the money and you need it back. These are good days to get your money back. You'll see that money will be in your wallet in these days. And these are also good days to look at your investments to see, if you want to take profits, these are good days for that as well. Now, the 26th and the 27th, these are days that you could spend doing, enjoyable things with your siblings, having a good time with them, your neighbors, your local community. You could also take a short trip and have a really nice time of that. Again, some great days, the 28th, great day, 29th and the 30th. Great days to, enjoy. You'll be happy at home here. You'll enjoy the comforts of home. You'll feel happy. You'll feel at peace. And the 31st is, again, a great day. This is a great day for learning. If you want to learn something new, this is a great day for that. You'll find that your focus is really, you're very focused, and you're very easily able to absorb what you're learning. It'll really stick with you. And if you're learning something new, this is definitely a good day for that. So Taurus, you might want to take a screenshot of this calendar, and then you can refer back to it when making your plans and look at your favorable and unfavorable days so you know when to take the opportunities when they present themselves and also when to be cautious. So if you've enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Gemini horoscope for the month of November 2024. So in November 2024, Gemini individuals will face a mixed bag of influences from the planets. Rahu's unfavorable positioning, along with Jupiter in the 12th house, suggests some challenges ahead. Now, Saturn remains in the 9th house, offering potential career upliftment, while Ketu's placement in the 4th house may bring discomfort and family-related issues. Now, Saturn's favorable influence this month could lead to career advancement, including promotions and exciting onset opportunities that will boost your confidence and your motivation. However, Ketu's presence in the 4th house may result in a loss of confidence, possibly causing stress and financial strain related to family health matters, particularly concerning your mother. Now, despite these challenges, Ketu can also enhance your wisdom, although it may lead to difficulties with concentration and retention of your studies. Now, overall, November will bring moderate results, urging you to prepare for the success of the hard work that you need to yield. Regarding career, the financial outlook for Gemini this month is promising, with Saturn in the 9th house supporting your career growth. Planning and strategy will be crucial to your success in education and professional endeavors. Although you may experience delays, these could ultimately lead to favorable outcomes. Now, expect potential opportunities for foreign travel, especially in the latter half of the month, as the Sun, ruler of your 3rd house, will be positioned in your 6th house, indicating positive developments in your work life. Now let's move on to finances. November may pose financial challenges for you, as Jupiter occupies the 12th house, leading to reduced earnings and increased expenses. This positioning suggests a high likelihood of financial burdens and possible losses, particularly if you're neglected during your travels. Now, be vigilant about your finances, especially before and until November 15th, when fluctuations can make it hard to manage your money effectively. Now moving on to health. Your health might not be optimal this month. You could experience digestive issues or throat infections, largely due to a lack of your immunity. Now, until November 15th, it's crucial to be cautious about your health, as the Sun will be in a weaker position in the 5th house. After mid-November, expect improvements in your vitality and your enthusiasm. However, remain alert to potential back pain and thigh discomfort related to Jupiter's influence in your 12th house. Now let's look at love and marriage and partnerships. This month it will present challenges in love and marriage, especially in the first half, with the Sun's weakened position in the 5th house causing communication difficulties. If you're in a romantic relationship, be prepared for obstacles until November 15th. However, after this date, you can expect improvements and more maturity in your connection. If you're considering marriage, it might be a more favorable time to proceed after mid-November. For those already married, the first half of the month may lead to conflicts. However, relationship dynamics should improve as the month progresses. Now moving on to family and friend relationships. Family relationships may not be harmonious this month as Jupiter's 11th house placement can disrupt family happiness. Property disputes or ego-related conflicts may arise, leading to dissatisfaction within your family. So to foster peace, practice patience and communicate with your family members. This approach will help resolve tensions and restore harmony. So Gemini, now let's look at your day-to-day calendar for November 2024. Now the month starts off really nicely with the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, 4th and 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th are really great days. Now on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, those are great days to spend time with your siblings, go on a short trip, spend some time in your local community, do some hobbies, really nice, positive, creative time. Now the 4th and the 5th, these are happy at home days. This is where you feel comfort of home, of family, the love of your mother. You'll feel that your rapport with your mother is really nice on these days. You really feel at peace. Now on the 6th, 7th, and 8th, these are days where you feel very creative. This is where you want to learn something. And what you want to learn, you'll actually be able to focus on that and also be able to absorb that information. So the learning really sticks. So, and these are also very romantic days. Now, if you're single, this is a great time to go on a date, spend some time with your loved one, be creative. These are creative days. Now, the 9th and the 10th, these are unfavorable dates. This is where your health will not be at its best. You may have low energy. You just won't be in the mood. You might be irritable. You could be looking at debt. You could be looking at disputes. If you have any dates that you need to go to for court dates or any other dates that are important, I would not do it on these 2 days as they're unfavorable for you. The 11th and the 12th, these are great partnership days. This is a good time with your spouse. If you're married, if you have a business partner, you'll see that you're getting along really nicely with your business partner here as well. The 13th and the 14th, these are unfavorable days. This is where you'll feel some stress. You won't be feeling your best. You might have some anxiety. Not favorable days. Okay, so the 15th and the 16th, these are really nice days. This is where you're feeling good again. You're feeling lucky. You might be in the mood to practice or discuss spirituality, religion. This is where you'll see that you're getting along well with your father, your gurus, your preachers, your teachers. Also higher learning and education play a part in this energy as well. So you'll see that, and you might also want to discuss long distance travel on these days. Now the 17th and the 18th, these are great career days. This is where you want to focus on your work because this is where when you do work, you actually get recognized for your work. So this is where you want to actually focus and showcase your talents at work. Now the 19th and the 20th, these are great days for socializing. So spend some time with your friends and go out, have a good time, do some social networking on these days. Now the 21st, 22nd, and the 23rd, these days are not so favorable. So you could have some unexpected expenses here. Again, your energy could be low. You could want to feel a little bit isolated. You might want to spend some time alone. You could also feel very lonely on these days as well. The 24th and the 25th, these are good days. This is where now you're in a better mood. Your energies are better. This is where you want to spend some time focusing on yourself. Self-reflect, look over the month, look over how you feel mentally and emotionally. And, self-rejuvenate yourself. Now, the 26th and the 27th, these are your money days. These are great days. This is where you want to spend some time with your family and the money flow will be really good here. So the 26th and the 27th, if you need to ask for money from your spouse, from your partner, from your parents, anybody, this is a good time to ask. Even if you need a raise at work, this is a good time to ask because the money energy is really working for you here. Now, if you've lent out money, this is a great time to ask for it back. If you need to ask for a loan, this is a good time to go for that. You'll see that there's actually money in your wallet on these days. So these are very favorable days. Now the 28th, 29th, and the 30th, again, really nice days. You can, the energy here is really nice, and you could spend some time with your siblings. You can spend it with your neighbors, your local community. You can do some voluntary work. You could also take a short trip, a local short trip, and really find that enjoyable. You might take up some time to do some of your old hobbies and enjoy it. These 3 days are very nice, very favorable for you. So overall, the month of November has a lot of really favorable dates. I hope you make the best of every opportunity that those days present. Your best days for money are 26th and the 27th, and your honey days are the 11th and the 12th. So, have a good time with your partner. And the unfavorable days, practice some caution, some restraint. If you have any decisions to be made, don't make it on those unfavorable days. Okay, just move the dates. If you have something important to do, don't do it on those days. Okay, so I hope this calendar brings you some clarity. Maybe take a screenshot of this and refer back to it, and then you can see that these energies really do flow this way. Well, Gemini, if you've enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And please don't forget the bell notification so you don't miss the upcoming videos. And I do hope that you make the best of these monthly calendars that I am doing for you. It does take a lot of my time and effort, so I really do appreciate your support. Thank you so much for watching. Cancer horoscope for November 2024. Welcome to your monthly horoscope. Now, in November 2024, Cancer individuals will experience a mixed planetary influence. Rahu's unfavorable position, coupled with Jupiter in the 11th house, presents both challenges and opportunities. Saturn remains in the 8th house, indicating potential obstacles in your career and personal growth, while Jupiter's favorable placement in the 3rd house offers determination and courage for overcoming these challenges. Though Saturn may bring work pressure and dissatisfaction, your resilience can help you navigate through obstacles. Ketu will inspire you to pursue personal development, possibly lending to plans for a pilgrimage or anything religious or overseas travels. Overall, while the month may yield moderate results, you can expect better outcomes after November 15th. Now let's move on to career. Now, November's career prospects are influenced by Saturn's placement in the 8th house, which may bring challenges and hinder recognition. During the first half of the month, particularly until November 15th, you may face increased work pressure and make mistakes, so focus on quality in your work to mitigate these issues. Now, after November 15th, expect improvements as Jupiter in the 11th house supports your efforts, potentially leading to career milestones. Now, if you're in business, the first half of the month may bring losses, but conditions should improve in the latter half, allowing you to adapt your business strategy for success. Now moving on to finance. The financial outlook for November appears positive, especially for Jupiter occupying the 11th house. This alignment suggests an increase in cash flow and potential for savings, potentially after November 15th. You may find opportunities to invest wisely, setting yourself up for good returns. However, the first half of the month may present uncertainties, especially regarding your financial gains. So exercise caution in your spending and saving strategies. Now moving on to health. Your health is expected to improve throughout the month, especially in the second half of the month after November 15th, when Jupiter's presence in the 11th house boosts your energy levels. Focus on maintaining a balanced lifestyle during the first half and look forward to regaining vitality as the month progresses. Now moving on to love, marriage, and personal relationships. In matters of love and marriage, November holds promise, particularly after November 15th. Jupiter's favorable position in the 11th house enhances your relationships and it brings more harmony. During the first half of the month, it may be wise to avoid entering new romantic relationships or making significant commitments. For those already married, you may expect greater satisfaction and improvement in your relationship dynamics after mid-November. Now moving on to family and friends. Your family dynamics are likely to be harmonious this month, thanks to Jupiter's influence in your 11th house. However, the first half of the month may present some disturbances in your family life. After November 15th, expect more positive atmosphere and improved relationships within the family. Maintain patience and goodwill with your family members to navigate any challenges that arise. So that was a quick overview of November. Now let's look at the day-to-day calendar for Cancer natives for the month of November 2024. Now the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, those are your money days right in the beginning of the month. So if you need to ask for money, these are great days, whether it's from your parents, your spouse, whether it's from your boss. These are great days to ask for money, whether it's a loan or for an investment. It's great. You can also check your investments if you want to take profit. These are great days to take profit. And you'll see that money flow is really good on these days. Now, the 4th and the 5th, these are great days to spend with your siblings, with your neighbors, with your local community. You could take a short trip and enjoy yourself on these days, and you could take some time out and maybe enjoy a hobby. Now, the 6th, 7th, and 8th, these are days where you're happy at home. The home environment is really supportive and it's really peaceful, and you'll see that your rapport, your relationship with your mother is really nice on these days, and it's just a happy environment for you. A peaceful environment. The 9th and the 10th, again, very nice days. These are days where your creativity will be at a peak. If you're single, these are great days to go on a date. And if you are a student, this is a great time to focus on your studies. You'll see that your focus, your concentration is really strong on the 9th and the 10th. Now, the 11th and the 12th, these are your unfavorable days of the month. This is where your health will not be at its best. You won't feel your best here. You need to be mindful of that. Be also mindful of debts and disputes as well. If you have decisions that need to be made, please don't make them on these days. You won't make the right decisions on these days. You will regret what you do decide. You'll go back and have to redo what decisions you've taken. You just won't be happy with. So I would just postpone that. If you have any dates that you need to attend, whether it's court dates or you need to make be present somewhere, again, change the dates. Maybe not do it on the 11th and the 12th, because you won't have favorable outcomes on these days. Now, the 13th and the 14th, these are great days to spend with your spouse if you're married. You'll see that your energies are in sync, that you're getting along really nicely, and the commitment, the love, the romance is really there. Now, the 15th and the 16th, these again are not favorable days. These days are kind of stressful. You have some anxiety. Your energies are low. You could have any kind of like sudden something happen on these days, something unexpected. So just be mindful on those days. Maybe again, don't plan anything for these days. If you have anything planned for these days, maybe change the date around, because your energies won't be at its best. Now, the 17th and the 18th, these are where you're feeling good again. These are good days to spend with your father, any father figures you have, any gurus, any teachers, any mentors you have. These are great days to learn from them, to get inspired by them. Now, the 19th and the 20th, these are days that are really good for you to focus on your career. This is where you want to showcase your talents at work, because you'll definitely get recognized for your work on these days. You'll see that your energy with your coworkers, with your colleagues, with your superiors is really nice. It flows really nicely together. Now, the 21st, 22nd, and the 23rd, these are great days for you to spend with your friends, socialize, network, go out, have a good time, enjoy yourself. The 24th and the 25th, these are days, again, unfavorable days that you need to be watchful of your health and any sudden expenses that could pop up. So those 2 days, just be a little bit mindful. The 26th, 27th, good days for you. These are days you want to concentrate on your energies, on yourself, your self-rejuvenation, do some self-reflection, maybe write in your journal, just spend some time by yourself and just enjoy yourself, relax. And the 28th, 29th, and 30th, again, 3 really good money days for you. You have some really good money days. You got 6 days out of the month, which are really good for you for money. Now, these days, again, great if you want to, look at your investments and you want to take profit. look at these days, you should be doing really well. And you should have money in your pocket on these days. If you need to borrow money, definitely this is a good time to ask for money. Now the 31st, this is a great day for you to maybe spend some time, do your hobbies, enjoy yourself, be creative. It's a really good creative day for you. So overall, Cancer, the month of November is really promising. You have a lot of really good, positive, favorable dates, and you have a few that are not so favorable, but overall, it's looking to be a fabulous month for you, especially when it comes to money. It's a really good, strong money month for you. So I hope you make the best of every opportunity that this month presents to you. If you've enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to press that bell notification so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. So every month you get this calendar. Take a screenshot of it and make it useful for you. Okay, because the favorable days for you, this is where you want to take the opportunities that, life is presenting to you, and the unfavorable days. So now you know in advance, and you know to avoid these days, or to, keep yourself low key on these days. Okay, so again, thank you so much for watching today. Leo horoscope for November 2024. Let's start with a general overview, and then after we will go over the calendar and do a daily prediction for each day. So the general overview for November 2024, it brings a challenging astrological landscape for the Leo individuals, with Rahu in an unfavorable position in the 8th house and Ketu in the 2nd house. So financial stability may be at risk. Jupiter's placement in the 10th house suggests fluctuations in your career, while Saturn in the 7th house indicates potential relationship challenges and in your professional life as well. Now, overall, this month may yield fewer positive results, leading to dissatisfaction in various aspects of your life. Now, let's look more closely at your career. So this month's career prospects are hindered by Saturn's unfavorable position in the 7th house, which may lead to job dissatisfaction despite your hard work. Now, Jupiter's presence in the 10th house could contribute to increased work pressure, which can lead to errors that you need to be very cautious about. Now, if you're in business, expect challenges with profitability and with competition, making it difficult to launch new ventures. Relationship tensions with your superiors and your colleagues may also further complicate your work life, potentially prompting you to seek new job opportunities. Now, looking at finance, financially, November may present a moderate cash flow. Influenced by Jupiter in the 10th house, you might find yourself needing to secure loans to manage your expenses, which could lead to increased financial commitments. Now, additionally, be prepared for higher healthcare related expenses for yourself or your family members during this time. Now, moving on to health. Health-wise, the month may pose some challenges. Jupiter and Saturn's position indicate potential issues related to digestion and lower body pains, particularly in the legs and the thighs. So exercise caution, especially in the first half of the month, to avoid accidents or injuries, particularly and especially when driving, as negligence could lead to unexpected expenses here. Now, moving on to love, marriage, and personal relationships. In love and marriage, November may not bring the harmony you desire. So with Jupiter in the 10th house, you might find yourself facing more disagreements with your partner due to a lack of understanding. Your interest in nurturing your relationship may wane, so which could hinder your connection with your partner. So strive to communicate openly to avoid any misunderstandings. Now, as far as family and friends and those relationships, family dynamics may be strained this month. Jupiter's position suggests that ego-related conflicts could arise, leading to arguments that disrupt harmony in the home. However, practicing patience and committing to resolving issues and conflicts can help you resolve and restore happiness within the family. Now, moving on to the day-to-day calendar. As you can see from the calendar, you have a lot of really good days. Okay, so you have 6 days which are unfavorable, which you need to practice some caution. But the remainder of the month is looking very good, very favorable for you. So the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of November, these are days that you want to devote to yourself. This is where, you want to relax, you want to regain your strength, rejuvenate, reflect, maybe journal, do some meditation, and regain your strength and your energies on those days. Now, the 4th and the 5th, those are lovely days as well. Those are great days with your family. Those are also your great money days. Okay, so the 4th and the 5th, those are days that if you are looking to borrow money, those are great days to ask for money. If you are looking to take profit in your stocks, so the 4th and the 5th, those are days that you should have money in your wallet. Now moving on to the 6th, 7th, and 8th. Those are also very favorable days. These are days that you want to enjoy doing your hobbies, maybe take a short trip, spend time doing something local in the community. These are also great days that you'll see that your rapport with your siblings is really nice. And the 9th and the 10th, again, very favorable days. This is where you're happy at home. You'll see that your connection with your mother is really, really nice. Your rapport with her is really nice. And you'll see that she's very supportive and very loving. The home environment here is very loving. Now moving on to the 11th and 12th. Those are very good days as well. These are creative days. These are days that if you want to learn something new, these are days that your focus will be really sharp. You'll be able to absorb any information coming in. And these are also very romantic days if you're single. These 2 days are really good for a date to go out and spend it with your loved one. Now, the 13th and the 14th, those 2 days are unfavorable days. Those are days where you could have a health issue, where you don't feel your best. Your energies could be very low. You could be dealing with debt or with enemies and if you have any court cases coming up on those days, if you have any appointments on those days, I would move the date if you can, because these 2 days are not favorable for any kind of decision making. Now, the 15th and the 16th, these are days, again, that are good days. These are days that if you are in a partnership, whether it's with a spouse, whether it's a business partnership, you'll see that you're getting along really well. The energies are flowing really nicely together. Now, the 17th and the 18th, these 2 days, again, they're stressful days. This is days where, you might feel anxious. You might feel like, you're dealing with too much. So those 2 days, you might want to lay low. Now, the 19th and the 20th, again, really nice days. This is days where, you're feeling well again. Your energies are good here. You're feeling lucky. This is great for higher learning. This is also great for any kind of long trip traveling if you want to do on these 2 days. These are also days where you'll see that your energies with your father are more aligned on these days. Now, the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, these are days that you want to concentrate on your career. This is where you want to really focus and put your best efforts in at work, because your efforts will get noticed. This is where you'll actually get credit that is due to you. If you're looking for any promotions or you're looking to have a meeting, these are great days to have that meeting. Now, the 24th and the 25th, these are great days with your friends. So you want to go out, you want to, enjoy friends and food. And it's a great time to do some networking with your friends and your colleagues. So the 26th and the 27th, again, these 2 days are unfavorable. This is where you can have unexpected expenses. This is where you might not feel your best. You might feel a bit lonely, a little bit isolated on these days. So these energies are not favorable. Now, the 28th, 29th, and the 30th. Again, these are great days to focus your energies on yourself, self-rejuvenation, just relaxing, and get your energies back. These are very favorable days. And the 31st, again, you have a really good money day. Okay, so again, money will be flowing on this day. So like I said before, November is mostly favorable for Leos. The unfavorable dates are the 13th, 14th, 17th, 18th, 26th, and 27th. On those days, just be extra cautious. Maybe lay low on those days. Postpone any kind of meetings or any kind of dates that you have, especially if it's court dates or anything to do with taxes or the government, anything of that sort. I would postpone those days and if you can book it on your favorable days, you'll get better results. So I hope you make the most of the November calendar, and I hope you take every blessing that comes your way. So if you've enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to press that bell notification so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Thank you so much for your horoscope for the month of November 2024. First, I'll do a general overview, and it will be followed by the calendar, which will have the day-to-day predictions. So let's begin with the general overview. So November 2024 presents a mixed bag for Virgo individuals. Rahu's unfavorable position in the 7th house may introduce challenges in your relationships, while Jupiter's favorable placement in your 9th house brings opportunities for growth. Saturn in the 6th house offers benefits related to work and health, but Ketu's presence in the 1st house necessitates a focus on well-being. So overall, you may experience some struggles this month, particularly concerning health and relationships. So now let's take a closer look at career. Now, this month, the career planet Saturn is in the 6th house, bringing opportunities for professional advancement, including the possibility of promotions and recognition for your hard work. However, the influence of Rahu in the 7th house could result in job-related pressures and obstacles. So you may feel jealousy from your colleagues and experience a lack of acknowledgement from your superiors, which may create stress. Now, for those of you who have your own business, for business owners, Jupiter's beneficial influence may lead to profitable ventures, increased orders, and potential partnerships. Networking could be particularly fruitful during this time. Now let's move on to finances. The financial outlook for November is generally positive, thanks to Jupiter's placement in the 9th house. Expect smoother cash flow and potential increase in your earnings, especially in the later half of the month. This period is favorable for savings and investments, allowing you to make significant financial decisions that may yield good results. Now let's take a look at health. Your health is likely to remain stable, although you may experience minor issues such as headaches and digestive-related concerns. Ketu's influence suggests a need for attention to your diet. So aim to avoid greasy, oily junk food and practice meditation, yoga, along with maintaining a regular eating schedule. And this can help you stay in good health throughout the month. Now moving on to love, marriage, and personal relationships. So positive developments in love are expected after November 15th, 2024. You'll find opportunities to strengthen your connection with your partner, and you may even fulfill dreams of a successful romantic relationship. Now, if you're considering marriage, this is an auspicious time to make plans after the middle of the month. For those already married, you can look forward to renewed charm and harmony in your relationship as the month progresses. Now moving on to family and friends. Family life is set to improve, with Jupiter's influence fostering happiness and strong bonds among family members. You may celebrate significant occasions such as like a wedding or birthdays, which will enhance family value and unity together. So overall, a very harmonious atmosphere is also to prevail, particularly after November 15th. So now let's move on to the day-to-day calendar and do the daily horoscope. So as you can see from your November calendar, so the theme of the month for you, Virgo, is to be careful of your health and keep an eye on your well-being, as you do have 10 days that are unfavorable. So the beginning of the month, the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, these are days where you could have unexpected expenses. And this is where you don't feel your best. You could feel lonely. You could feel isolated. You could have health issues on these days as well. Now, the 4th and the 5th, these are great days for you. This is where you want to concentrate your energies on yourself. This is where you want to spend some time rejuvenating yourself. Maybe, write in your journal, do some meditation, collect your energies, okay? The 6th, 7th, and the 8th, these are your money days. These are great days. This is great days with your family. This is a great day for communication. This is also a great day where you'll see that the money flow is really there. You'll have money in your pocket. You'll have money in your wallet. If you need to borrow money, these are great days to ask for money. And if you need to take profit from the stock market, you can do it on these days as well. Now, the 9th, 10th, very favorable days. These days you want to do something local in the community. You could take a short trip. You could enjoy time doing hobbies. And these are also great times that you can spend with your siblings. Now, 11th and 12th, these are days that you are happy at home. The energy, the environment at home, the energy with your mother are very supportive, very loving. So very comforting days. Now, the 13th and the 14th, this is where you'll see that your focus is really sharp on these days. If you want to learn something new, if you are a student, these are great days for you to get your work done, because the dedication, the focus will be here, the concentration will be here, and you'll be able to absorb any information coming in. And these are also great days that if you are single and you want to go on a date, these are great romantic days for you. Now, moving on to the 15th and the 16th. This is unfavorable days. These are more related to health, debt. If you have any kind of enemies, any kind of situation with anybody, court cases, these are unfavorable days. So I would not have, try not to have any court dates or any other dates if you are dealing with any kind of government official type issues. Maybe postpone it and reschedule. As far as your health, be a little bit mindful here as well. You could have some kind of a health issue, or your energies just could be very low on these days. Now, on the 17th and the 18th, they are very favorable days for you. This is where you'll have a great, happy time with your spouse. You'll see that you're connecting. The romance is there. The love is there. The connection is there. And if you're in a business partnership, you'll see that you're getting along better with your business partner on these days. Now, the 19th and the 20th, you'll see that on these days, again, they're not favorable days. These days are stressful days. These are days where you'll have too much to do, too much anxiety. Things suddenly can just happen on these days. So be a little mindful, maybe lay a little bit low, and just be a little cautious on these days. Now, the 21st, the 22nd, and the 23rd, these are great days for you. This is where you're feeling, up to par again, and you're feeling lucky. These are great days for higher learning as well, especially if you're a university student, if you're under a guru. These are great days to take in information from them. You'll really understand it on these days, and you'll also see that your relationship with your father will be better on these days as well. The energies will flow more easily. Now, the 24th, the 25th, these are great days for you to focus on your career. Put your best efforts in at work because your efforts will get recognized here. Your superiors will notice the efforts that you're putting in. If you're looking for a promotion, that's a good time to ask on those days. Now, the 26th, the 27th, this is where you want to network. You want to socialize. You'll make good connections here. You could meet people here. This is a great time also for social media as well. So very favorable days for you. Now, moving on to the 28th, 29th, and the 30th. Again, unfavorable days. These are days where you could have unexpected expenses. This is where you could feel a little bit isolated, a little bit lonely, a little bit on your own, and your health will not be at its best on these days. You'll be stressed on these days. Now, the last day of the month is a favorable month. It's your day month, okay? This is where you want to, again, focus on yourself, regain your energies, regain your strength, your focus, and, rejuvenate yourself. So there you go. You can see that, you do have 10 days that are unfavorable, but you have a good chunk of the month which is covered in favorable dates for you. So the favorable dates 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, and 27th. So you see there's a lot of favorable days for you. So you do have to be mindful of those 10 days and just plan accordingly. And if you found today's video helpful, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe so that way I keep bringing you monthly and weekly horoscopes. Your support is greatly appreciated. I thank you so much for being with me today. Libra horoscope for the month of November 2024. First, I'll provide a general overview followed by the day-to-day calendar. So let's begin with the general overview. So November 2024 brings a mix of opportunity and challenges for Libra individuals. Rahu's favorable placement in the 6th house provides you with a increased energy and enthusiasm. Meanwhile, Jupiter in the 8th house suggests potential gains from unexpected sources, such as inheritance or loans or insurance. However, it may restrict your ability to save money effectively. Saturn in the 5th house offers moderate support, though it may also cause concerns related or regarding your children and their progress. Ketu in the 12th house encourages spiritual pursuits over material gains, guiding you towards fulfilling travel experiences. So overall, this month encourages resilience and determination in facing challenges. So now let's look at career. The presence of Saturn in the 5th house can bring moderate results in your career. You might encounter job pressures and challenges that require you to reassess your career strategies. Now, after November 15th, the Sun's entry into the 2nd house could offer solutions to any problems that you're facing. You may find opportunities for promotions by the end of the month, supported by Jupiter's influence, of course. Now, for business owners and those involved in share trading, expect moderate profits. However, entering into partnership ventures may lead to conflicts and complications. Now let's look at finance. Your financial situation may be strained this month with Jupiter in the 8th house, leading to increased expenses and limited savings. So avoid making large investments as they could result in losses. The first half of the month may be particularly challenging for business, with the possibility of breaking, or even you may not be seeing significant gains. So focus on careful budgeting to navigate this period. So now let's take a look at health. Health may be a concern in November, particularly with Jupiter occupying the 8th house. You could experience throat infections, eye irritation, and weight issues. So a lack of immunity could lead to digestive problems. So prioritize self-care and stress management. It's crucial to adapt healthy lifestyle practices to bolster your well-being. Now let's take a look at love, marriage, and personal relationships. This month may bring challenges in love and marital relationships due to Jupiter's placement in the 8th house. You might struggle to find harmony with your partner, leading to misunderstandings and conflicts. So if you're considering marriage, it may be wise to postpone such plans until a more favorable time. So patience and understanding will be essential in maintaining your relationship with your spouse. Now, moving on to friends and with family dynamics. So family dynamics may be strained this month with Jupiter in the 8th house contributing to disputes, particularly regarding property matters. Now, a lack of harmony could lead to conflicts among family members. Adapting a patient and compromising approach that will be crucial in navigating these tensions and restoring peace in family life. And now let's look at the Libra monthly calendar. So the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, those are great days to do some socializing with your friends, enjoy some food, go out, have some fun. They're also great days to do networking as well. Now, the 4th and the 5th, those are looking to be unfavorable days. Those are days where you could have unexpected expenses. This is also a day where you might feel a little bit lonely, a little bit isolated. And you can also see that your energies are kind of low on these days. You could deal with a minor health issue as well. Now, the 6th, 7th, and 8th, these are favorable days. These are days where you want to focus your attention on yourself. You want to spend time rejuvenating your energies. So these are your days. These are days where you want to give yourself time to self-reflect, rejuvenate, and just, collect the peace within you. Now, the 9th and the 10th, this is where you'll see that money flow is really good on these days. These are your money days. This is where if you need to take profit in the stock market, it's a great time for that. If you're looking to borrow money, it's a great time to ask for a loan or ask somebody for money if you need to. And also, if you've lent out money to someone, this is a great time to ask for it back because the chances are really high that you'll easily get access to it. And you'll also see that you should have cash in your wallet on these days. Now, the 11th and the 12th, you'll see that these are good days for you to spend with your siblings. These are days that you could actually enjoy doing some hobbies, doing some local travel. Very good days. So moving on to the 13th and the 14th. These are days, again, very good energies. This is where you'll see that your rapport with your mom is really nice. Your energies will be flowing really nicely. She'll be loving and supportive. Actually, your home environment will be quite supportive on these days. You'll feel happy at home. That energy is very supportive and nurturing. Now, the 15th and the 16th, you'll see that your focus now here is very sharp. You'll be doing really well if you're trying to learn something new, or if you're trying to concentrate and focus your attention on absorbing new information. It's really good on these days. Now, the 17th and the 18th, you'll see that you could have health issues on this day. If you have any dates on these days that you need to attend either court or any kind of government type appointments, maybe it's unfavorable for you to go on these days. If it was me, I would postpone and book it on a more favorable day so you have more favorable outcomes. So again, you could have something related with your health. And also, if you need to make any decisions, I wouldn't do any decision making here. Keep your decisions pending on these days, as you will come to regret those decisions because you'll find that you didn't make the best decision on those days. So best to keep those decisions pending. Now, the 19th and the 20th, these are great days with your spouse. You'll see that your energies are flowing really nicely. The 21st, 22nd, and the 23rd. These are very stressful days. These are days that you want to kind of lay low. You'll feel that you're easily irritable. You're easily stressed. Your focus is just not there. Your energies are low. So not very favorable days. So moving on to 24th and 25th. These are days where your energy is now improved. You're feeling better. You'll also feel that if you're in higher education, these are great days for you to do work on those days as far as your studies. If you are looking to do any kind of religious type activity, also great on these days. And if you're looking to spend time with your father, these are great days for that because the connection will really be there. And you'll see that the energies are flowing really nicely on those days with your dad. Now, the 26th and the 27th, these are great days where you want to focus on your career. This is where you want to put your best efforts in and you want to showcase your talents at work because it'll get noticed on these days. Now, the 28th, 29th, and the 30th, these are very favorable days. These are days that you want to have fun with your friends, go out, socialize, do some networking. And you'll see that regarding your social media, these are very favorable days. So if you need to post anything, these are great days for that as well. And the 31st, this is again an unfavorable day. This is where you could have unexpected expenses, may not feel your best, your energies may be low. You might feel isolated on this day. So there you go. That was your November calendar for Libra. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And please don't forget to press that bell notification so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Thank you for your support. Scorpio horoscope for November 2024. First, I'll give you a general overview, and then we will see the calendar and do a day-to-day prediction for the month of November. So, general overview for November. Scorpios face a blend of challenges and opportunities in November 2024. So, the position of Rahu is unfavorable. While Jupiter shines brightly in the 7th house, promoting relationships and partnerships, Saturn remains in the 4th house, indicating ongoing challenges in career and in your home life. However, Ketu's placement in the 11th house brings spiritual growth and wisdom, paving the way for transformative experiences this month. Now let's take a closer look at career. The presence of Saturn in the 4th house may bring moderate results, creating job pressures and obstacles at work. So during the first half of November, you may find yourself managing and maintaining a low profile due to unfavorable planetary influences. So expect challenges, including work pressures and a lack of recognition, which may lead to feeling worried at work. So those of you who have your own businesses, for business owners, uncertainties regarding profits may arise. It's a good time to reevaluate your business strategies and update your skills to navigate those challenges effectively. Now let's take a closer look at finances. Financially, November looks promising with Jupiter in the 7th house, leading to an increase in money gains and overall satisfaction. You may experience unexpected profits through speculation or trade. Now, this is an excellent month to consider significant investments, as a strong position of Jupiter may yield good returns. Now, that could enhance your financial stability. Now let's take a closer look at health. Health-wise, you can expect a favorable month. Jupiter's positive influence suggests you won't have major health issues, allowing you to maintain a high level of efficiency and vitality. So staying focused and determined will help you to sustain good health throughout November. Now let's take a closer look at love, marriage, and personal relationships. In love and marriage, the month promises many fruitful results. Jupiter in your 7th house enhances romance, bringing charm and joy to your relationships. Now expect blissful moments and a high level of mutual understanding with your partner, leading to a deeper emotional connection. Now, regarding friends and family life will be harmonious this month, with Jupiter fostering happiness and strong bonds among family members. And there could also be participation in happy events in the family. Celebrations are likely, contributing to a joyful atmosphere at home. So your relationships with family members should flourish and provide satisfaction and support. So now let's look at the day-to-day calendar for November 2024 for Scorpio natives. Now, you have the good chunk of the month is very favorable for you. And you do have a few days where you need to practice some caution. So we'll go over that. The 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, those are great career days. This is where you want to put your best efforts in at work because your efforts will get recognized, okay? You will get credit for your work. And if you have any meetings coming up, these are great days for those meetings because you'll see that the progress and the support will be there for you. And if you are looking to get a raise, great days to ask for one. A great day to have your superiors. They'll be very supportive of you on these days, your colleagues as well. Now, the 4th, 5th, these are great days for you to do some networking. And this is a great time for you to go out and socialize, have some fun with your friends, go and enjoy yourself. It's great. It's a fun food and friends kind of day for these 2 days of 4th and 5th. Now, moving on to the 6th, 7th, and 8th. These are days where you could have unexpected expenses. This is also where you don't feel like you have support around you. You could feel isolated. You could feel lonely. Your energies may be low, so your health may not be at its best on these days. Now, moving on to the 9th and the 10th. These are favorable days for you. This is where you want to self-reflect, self-focus, and you want to rejuvenate your energies again. Very good for getting your energies back. Now, the 11th and the 12th, these are great money days. This is where you find the money is flowing on these days. Money is supportive on these days. You should have cash in your wallet on these days. And if you need to borrow money or you've lent out money, it's a good time to get it back. Now, the 13th and the 14th, these are great days where you could spend time working on your hobbies. You'll enjoy time with your siblings. If you have any kind of local trips to take, this is a great time for that. Now, the 15th and the 16th, again, great days for you. This is where you'll find that your home environment is very supportive of you. If you need to get support from your mother, it should be readily available for you on these days. Now, moving on to the 17th and the 18th. These are days that are romantic. These are romantic days if you're single. So these are great days to go out on a date and spend time with that special someone. If you are in school, these are great focus days for you to learn something new if you want to. You'll really have that focus and that concentration working for you. Now, the 19th and the 20th, this is where I would say be mindful because these are unfavorable days regarding your health. If you have any debt, again, not favorable days for you. If you have any appointments, don't have them on these days. They're not very favorable. So maybe change the days. If you have any decisions that need to be made, don't do them on these days. Now, the 21st, 22nd, and the 23rd. These days are very favorable for you, especially with your spouse. If you're a married individual or if you're in a business ship, these are very favorable days. You'll see that your energies are very in sync. And for married couples, you'll see that your bond feels very strong here. You'll definitely get the love and the support you need from your spouse. Now, the 24th and the 25th, these are unfavorable days. This is where you could feel stressed. You could feel irritated. You could have issues, like sudden things could come up on this day where you don't feel your best. And moving on to the 26th and the 27th, this is where your energies are back. You're feeling good again. You'll see that your rapport with your father is really good on this day. So this is a great time to have a conversation with him. He'll really listen to what you have to say on these days. Now, the 28th, 29th, and the 30th, these are great days that you need to put your effort in at work. This is where you need to showcase your talents, and you need to, if you have a meeting, this is where you want to take charge and, let your talents be seen, because your superiors, your colleagues, they will appreciate your efforts on these days. Now, moving on to the 31st, this is a great networking day. If you have anything to post on social media, this is a great day for that. A good, happy day for you. So there you go, Scorpio natives. That's your month for November 2024. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you find it helpful, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And please don't forget to press that bell notification so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Your support is greatly appreciated, and your support allows me to continue doing the work that I do. Thank you so much. Sagittarius horoscope for November 2024. First, I'll give you a general overview, and it will be followed by the monthly day-to-day calendar. So the general overview for November 2024, Sagittarius faces a mixed bag of planetary influences. Rahu's position in the 4th house and Jupiter in the 6th house are considered unfavorable. However, Saturn's placement in the 3rd house is highly favorable, promising opportunities for progress and consistency in your efforts. So Ketu in the 10th house may lead to career-related travel and personal growth, enhancing your wisdom and your intelligence throughout the month. Now let's take a closer look at career. The presence of Saturn in the 3rd house indicate promising outcomes in your career. Expect recognition for your hard work, potential promotions, and incentives. This placement fosters determination and courage, driving you further towards your success. Your skills will impress your superiors and your colleagues, helping you build a strong reputation at work. Now, if you're in a business, expect good profits and the potential for successful partnerships. Networking may also bring fruitful opportunities, and travel may be frequent, helping you to broaden your horizons. Now, moving on to finances. Financially, November may present challenges as Jupiter in the 6th house leads to increased expenses and limited savings. So you might find yourself borrowing money, which could create stress for you. It's crucial to keep a close eye on your spending and work to find ways to improve your financial situation. So as gaps in your cash flow may cause you to have some worries. Now, regarding your health may not be optimal this month. Jupiter's influence suggests a risk of throat infections and weight gain, which could lead to discomfort. However, no major health issues are anticipated due to Saturn's supportive placement. Engaging in yoga and meditation could be beneficial in maintaining your well-being and managing stress. Now, love, marriage, and personal relationships. In matters of love and marriage, this month may not bring many positive results. Jupiter's placement in the 6th house may hinder emotional connections and understanding with your partner. So you might feel a lack of affection and charm in your relationship. If you're considering marriage, it may be wise to postpone such plans, as conflicts could arise for those already married. Maintaining patience and open communication will be essential during this time. Now let's take a look at family and friends. Family dynamics may be strained this month, with fewer moments of happiness and connection. Now, ethical values may feel diminished here, leading to miscommunication and arguments. So strive to foster patience and understanding to help maintain harmony within your family, as adjustments may be necessary to avoid conflicts. And now let's look at the monthly calendar for Sagittarius for the month of November. So the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, these are very lucky days for you. Spiritually, if you have any kind of religious type activities to do on these days, any religious events, great days for that. If you want to spend time with your father and connect with your father or any type of mentor, this is a great time for that. Now, the 4th and the 5th, this is where you really want to focus your energies on your career. Showcase your talents, put your best efforts in, because they'll get noticed here, okay? You will have some obstacles at work, but these are days that you'll see that they're most favorable for your career. Now moving on to the 6th, 7th, and the 8th. This is where you want to have fun, friends, and food. This is where you want to go out, have a good time, socialize, do some social networking. You'll see good results with that. Moving on to the 9th and the 10th. These are very expensive days. You could have a sudden expense come up. This is where you may not feel your best on these days. Your energies could be low on these days. Now, the 11th and the 12th, these are good days for you. This is where you want to self-focus, regenerate, recharge, refocus, reflect on these days, and you'll see that they're very positive. The 13th and the 14th. Now, these days are also very positive for you, for your family, environment as well. And you'll also see that the money flow is good on these days because these are your money days. The 13th and the 14th, you'll see that if you need to borrow money, these are great days to ask. You'll see that if you need to do any taking of any profits regarding stock market, you'll see the numbers are better on these days. So definitely take advantage of your money days. Now, the 15th and the 16th, these are days where you want to spend time with your siblings. You know, you'll have a good time with them. The energies will flow really nicely. And if you want to take a short trip, it's a great time for that as well. Now, the 17th and the 18th, this is where you're feeling at peace at home. You're feeling loved. You're feeling supportive. The environment around you is very supportive. So you're feeling at peace here at home. Really good, positive days. 19th and the 20th, again, very positive days, especially when it comes to learning. If you want to learn something new, great days for that. If you want to focus your energies towards learning something new, you can really absorb that information and something will click. I mean, you could look at something. So this is a great time also to look at your investments in the stock market, because this is a time where something will click. You know, you'll learn something new on these days. Now, the 21st, 22nd, and the 23rd, this is where you want to be mindful of your health. If you have any decisions that need to be made, maybe keep them pending. Okay, that's not a best time to make decisions. And you'll see that if you have any debts, if you have any enemies, you can also see that you could very easily get into an argument with someone as well. So just be a little bit mindful of your energies and maybe lay low on these days. Now, the 24th and the 25th, these are great days for you, especially if you are married. Your energies with your spouse will be very positive on these days. Your relationship, your bond will feel like it's strong. The romance will be there. So very, very positive days. The 26th and the 27th, again, very unfavorable days. This is where you're going to feel stressed. This is where you could see that you could have some expense related to your family members as well. And you could be highly irritable on this day. Your energies won't be at its best. So again, maybe lay low on those days. The 28th, 29th, and the 30th. Great days, absolutely fabulous days. And this is a month where, the relationship with your father is very emphasized here. So this is a month that you want to really connect with your father. You want to really spend time with your father because that bond will really strengthen here. He'll really get you. He'll really support you in this month of November. Now, the 31st, this is where you want to, again, focus on your career. Okay, because you really need to here. You need to put your efforts in because it will get recognized. Your colleagues, your superiors will notice your efforts. So definitely put your best efforts in. Now, I hope you make the best of every opportunity that November presents to you, Sagittarius. Again, you have some unfavorable days, which is the 9th, 10th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 26th, and 27th. I would just suggest that you be mindful on those days and just know that your energy won't be at its best. Nothing ever to be scared of. We have the flows, the highs and lows of life. That's normal. So, just be a little bit more cautious on those days. And you have a good chunk of the month, which is very favorable, giving you good progress. So I hope you make the best of every opportunity that November presents to you, Sagittarius. I hope you've found today's video helpful. If you have, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to press that bell notification so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I thank you so much for your support. Capricorn horoscope for the month of November 2024. First, I will give you a general overview of the month, followed by the calendar and day-to-day predictions for the month of November. So in November 2024, Capricorn experiences a mix of planetary influences. Rahu's position is favorable, and Jupiter is in the 5th house, promoting creativity and joy. However, Saturn in the 2nd house presents moderate challenges, likely leading to increased work pressures. So it's essential to manage your relationships with your superiors very carefully. Ketu in the 9th house may enhance your interest in spiritual pursuits, engaging in devotion and personal growth. So overall, the month appears positive, especially for major decisions in the second half of the month. Now let's take a closer look at your career. With Saturn in the 2nd house, you may encounter moderate career results this month. So job changes might be on the horizon as you seek higher prospects. Now, if you're in business, embrace for increased competition and pressure from your rivals. Adapting to new trends will also be very crucial to overcoming challenges and maintaining a competitive edge. So now let's take a look at finances. Financially, November looks promising with Jupiter in the 5th house, ensuring a smooth flow of money. So you're likely to face moderate expenses, but can expect gains through speculation and trading activities. This month may provide opportunities for additional financial satisfaction. Now let's take a look at health. Your health is likely to be good, thanks to Jupiter's influence in the 5th house. You may feel energetic and enthusiastic about physical fitness, enjoying strong immunity levels as well. Maintaining this positive momentum will be beneficial for your overall well-being. Now let's take a look at love, marriage, and personal relations. The love and marriage sector is bright this month, with Jupiter fostering flexibility and joy in your relationships. So if you're considering marriage, November is an auspicious time to take that step. For those already married, expect a period of happiness and greater connection with your partner, enhancing your bond. Now, family and friends. Family life is likely to be fulfilling, as Jupiter's position in the 5th house suggests happiness and strong relationships within the family. You may cultivate good ethics and cultural values, leading to increased satisfaction and harmony in family dynamics. Now let's take a look at the November calendar for Capricorn natives. Now, the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. You're starting on an unfavorable note here. Okay, here you could feel that your energies are a little stressed. You could feel a little irritable here. You could have something sudden just happen here on these days, something unexpected. Now, the 4th and the 5th, these days are good days. This is where you're going to feel better. You're going to feel lucky on these days. Your energy, your support from your father will also be there on those days. The 6th, 7th, and 8th, these are great days that you need to focus on your career. Put your best efforts in at work because they'll get noticed on these days. If you have meetings that you need to attend, you'll see that they'll be more positive. If you have any kind of communication that needs to be handled at work, these are great days for that as well because the response that you will get will be positive here. Now the 9th and the 10th, these are great days for fun and friends and food and enjoyment. So go out, have a good time. And this is also a great time for networking. If you want to socialize and network, increase your networking circle, it's a great time for that. And also these 2 days are great for social media as well. You'll see that your response on your social media will be quite positive. Now, the 11th and the 12th, these will be unfavorable days for you because This is where you could incur a unexpected expense. This is where you could feel a little bit lonely, a little bit isolated. Maybe you don't feel supported on these 2 days, and your health will be not at its par. Okay, so maybe lay low on those 2 days. Now, the 13th and the 14th, these are great days. These are your days. These are days where you want to rejuvenate yourself. You also want to do some self-reflection and look over the month and see where you went wrong and what you can improve. The 15th and the 16th, great days. Wonderful days to spend time with your family, good communication days as well. And also, this is your money days. These are days where the money flow is just fabulous on these days. So if you need to borrow money, great days to ask. You will easily access money on these days. You'll see that you'll have more money in your wallet. You'll see your savings are good on these days. The expenses are not there on these days. And if you have any expenses on these days, they'll be favorable. So you'll have the money to actually incur those expenses. So it's actually a good thing. Now, the 17th and the 18th, these are good days. Again, you have some really great days here. This is time that you want to spend with your siblings, especially your younger siblings. If you have, spend time with them. You'll really connect here. Maybe go on a short trip with them, or spend some time doing hobbies with them. Great time for that. Now, the 19th and the 20th, again, fabulous days. This is where you're feeling happy. You're feeling happy at home. The environment around you is very supportive, very nurturing. Your connection with your mother is really good. Communication with her is good on these days. Now, the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, this is where if you want to learn something new, if you need to focus your attention on your studies, great day for that. The focus will be there, the concentration will be there, and you'll also be able to really connect with some information and really, it'll speak to you. So you'll finally get something. When it comes to, especially if you're in the stock market, take a look at your trading patterns or do some research on this day, because you'll definitely learn something new. Now, it's also a great day for those of you who are single. Great days to spend time with your loved one. You'll see that the energies are very romantic and very creative on these days. Now, the 24th and the 25th, these are days where you need to be mindful of your health. Your energies won't be at its best. These are 2 days where you could be irritable. You could be you could easily get into an argument with someone here. And if you have any decisions that need to be made, if you have any meetings that need to be attended, if you have any appointments, court dates, if you have any appointments with the government, maybe postpone it. Don't have it on these 2 days. They're very unfavorable for you. Because it's also looking at 2 very unfavorable houses in the chart for you, the 6th and the 12th. So very unfavorable days. Nothing to be worried about because the energies improve and the energies flow on the 26th and the 27th. These are days that are good days, that your energies are really good, especially with your spouse. You'll see that it's good days for your marriage. Your connection will be good there. The romance will be there. Now, moving on to the 28th and the 29th and 30th of the month. These are stressful days. These are days where you're going to feel not at your best. You could be feeling a little bit irritated. You could also have that irritation with your family members on these days. So, again, the energy does change on the 31st. This is, again, where, you're in a positive mood. You feel lucky, you feel good. You definitely have support of if you want to spend time with your father on this day, the connection will really be there. He might offer some good advice to you on this day. This is where you can get support from your father figure. That was the month of November for Capricorn natives. I hope this calendar helps you. I hope that you are mindful of the unfavorable days. That's the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 11th, 12th, 24th, 25th, 28th, 29th, and the 30th. And if you found today's video helpful, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And please don't forget to press that bell notification so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I thank you so much for watching today. Aquarius horoscope for the month of November 2024. First, I'll provide a general overview, followed by the monthly calendar, and do a day-to-day prediction for you there. Now, the general overview for November 2024 for Aquarius. Aquariuses face several challenges due to the positioning of major planets. Now, Rahu is in an unfavorable position, while Jupiter is placed in the 4th house, which can bring emotional ups and downs. Saturn continues in the 2nd house, offering moderate support. But Ketu's placement in the 8th house is unfavorable and may lead to financial and personal obstacles. So this month could test your patience and your resilience. So it's advisable to avoid making significant decisions and to take extra care of your health. Now let's take a look at your career. With Saturn in the 2nd house, you may encounter moderate challenges in your career this month, increased job pressure, and potential dissatisfaction that could arise, now leading to potential job changes that don't align with your aspirations. Now, colleagues may also not be as supportive as you need them to be. You could also face difficulties that require careful navigation to maintain positive work environment. Now, let's take a look at your finances. The financial outlook for November appears challenging, as Jupiter's position in the 4th house indicate increased expenses and unwanted commitment. So you might find yourself needing to borrow money or consider loans, which could create financial strain. So if you're in a business, you might experience a break-even situation, leading to frustration rather than satisfaction. Now let's take a look at health. Your health may not be optimal this month, with potential issues with your throat. So you could have throat infections and eye irritations. Additionally, you may experience discomfort in your legs and your thighs, likely stemming from low immunity. So prioritize well-being through proper care, and attention is crucial. So let's take a look at love, marriage, and personal relationships. The love and marriage front may not yield positive results this month. Jupiter's placement in the 4th house could lead to family disputes and misunderstandings, so that could impact your relationships. You may find that negativity overshadows the joy in love and in marriage, making it important to work on communication and understanding with your loved ones. Now, with family and with friends, family dynamics may be strained this month with Jupiter in the 4th house. Disputes within the family also could arise, diminishing overall happiness. So it's essential to promote harmony and higher values within the family interactions to improve relationships and to reduce the conflict. So now let's look at the day-to-day calendar for November for Aquarius natives. Beginning with the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of the month, very good days for you. Happy with your spouse. Yes, your energies with your spouse will definitely be on a peak here. You'll see that your love bond is really strong here. It's a great time to do something romantic and reconnect with your spouse. Now, on the 4th and the 5th, this is unfavorable days for you. This is where you might feel a little bit stressed, a little bit overwhelmed. Your energies will not be at its best on these days. The 6th, 7th, and 8th, these are great days for you to spend with your father, with your mentor, with your guru. If you have any spiritual or religious type activities to do, very favorable dates for that. You'll see that your luck is also good on these days. Now, the 9th and the 10th, these are days that you want to really focus your energies on your career. Focus your attention on featuring your talents at work. If you have any negotiations to do at work, this is also a great time for that. Your superiors and your colleagues will be supportive on you on these days. Now, the 11th and the 12th, this is where you want to have fun with your friends. Go out, have a good time, enjoy yourself. Do some socializing, do some networking. If you have any kind of posting that you want to do on social media, great time for that as well. Great for social media. Now moving on to the 13th and the 14th. These are unfavorable days. This is where you could have unexpected expenses. This is where you could feel that you're not getting the full support that you need. Your health may not be at its best. Your energies might be low on these days. Now, the 15th and the 16th, these are days that are favorable. These are days that your energy will be much better. You want to focus your energies on yourself on these days. Self-reflect, self-rejuvenate, spend time doing the things you want to do. Now, the 17th and the 18th, these are great money days for you. This is where the money flow will be really well. And if you need to borrow money, great days for that. If you've lent out money, you need it back, great days to ask for that money back. You'll see the money will be there in easy access. And you should have money in your wallet on these days. Now, the 19th and the 20th, this is where you, if you have something to do in your local community, if you want to spend time with your neighbors, with your siblings, great time to do that. If you want to just take time and, do work on your hobbies, also you'll find great satisfaction in that as well. Now, the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, very favorable days for you. You'll feel very happy at home here. Your energies with your mother, your home environment will be really nice, very supportive, very loving, and you'll feel at peace here. In this environment, in this energy, it's a very peaceful energy. Now, the 24th and the 25th, this is where your creativity is going to be at a peak. This is where your focus, your concentration is really there. If you need to learn something new, if you are really doing some research, great time for that as well, because something will definitely click for you. Now, the 26th, 27th, this is where you want to be mindful of your health. Your energies will not be good on these days. You could very easily get into an argument with someone. You could very easily make a wrong decision. So keep any decisions pending on these days. If you have a meeting to go to, if you have an appointment to go to, and it has to do with court cases or it has to do with the government or anything of that sort, I would postpone those days because these 2 days are not favorable for you. So now moving on to the 28th, 29th, and the 30th. These are very favorable days. This is where you're happy with your spouse, with your partner, and you're having a good time. You're reconnecting, very romantic. This is a month where the romance is really there. The home environment is really supportive, really nice. So I'm really happy for you guys. Make the most of that connection and really take the time to reconnect and rebond and do something romantic. Now, the 31st, that is again a stressful day for you. This is where the energies won't be at its best. So be a little bit mindful and maybe lay low on that day. So overall, November is a great month for you, very romantic. The energies are very supportive. You do have some days, you have about 8 days that are unfavorable. So just be a little cautious on those days and be a little mindful. So I do hope you make the best of every opportunity that November presents to you, Aquarius. I do hope you find my calendar helpful in your daily planning. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you do. And while you're at it, please don't forget to press that bell notification so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I thank you so much for your support. Pisces horoscope for the month of November 2024. First, I'll do a general overview for you, followed by the monthly calendar where I look at the daily predictions for you. So in November, Pisces faces a challenging month due to the positions of the key planets. Now, Rahu is in an unfavorable position. Jupiter is located in the 3rd house, and Saturn is in the 12th house, marking a difficult phase of Sade Sati. So Ketu's placement in the 7th house also brings additional challenges. So this month may test your patience and require careful planning, especially concerning career decisions. So sudden job changes are likely, and they may be unfavorable and could lead to difficulties. So let's take a closer look at career. Now, Saturn's presence in the 12th house indicate a challenging month for your career. You may experience increased work pressures and face disappointments regarding expected outcomes. Now, if you're in business, the competition may be intensifying, and you could suffer from significant losses due to pressure from your rivals and your competition. So adapting to new circumstances will be vital. But be cautious about making abrupt changes at your work or your work environment. So now let's take a look at finances. Financially, November may be turbulent, with Jupiter in the 3rd house suggesting rising expenses and limited saving potential. Your earnings may not be significant to cover your increased costs, so leading to financial stress. Now, if you're relocating your business, success might be elusive in the new environment, which could affect your profitability. Now let's take a look at health. Health issues may arise this month, particularly with Jupiter in the third house and the sun in the eighth house until mid-November. So you may experience heat-related problems such as sunburns or skin irritations. So it's essential to take care of your health and avoid exposure to extreme conditions. Now let's take a look at love, marriage, and personal relationships. Love and marital relationships may struggle this month. The positioning of Jupiter in the third house may create a lack of charm and harmony within your interactions. So if you are married, you might find communication challenging, leading to misunderstandings and a lack of connection with your partner. So let's take a look at family and friends. So your family dynamics may also be tested in November with Jupiter in the third house, resulting in lapse in your communication and potential arguments. So to foster better relationship with family members, adapting to more accommodating attitude will also be necessary to maintain the harmony, and you also need to have shared values within the family. So now let's look at the November calendar for Pisces. The month starts off on a cautious note. The first, second, and third, your health will not be at its best on these days. This is where you need to be mindful of your health, your well-being. So take care of your diet and don't overstress yourself. Also be mindful of the energy around you. It also will not be supportive. So you could easily get into an argument with someone. If you're in debt, this is also where you could feel more stressed regarding that debt. And if you have any decisions that need to be made, please avoid them on these days. Not very favorable days for you. Now, the 4th and the 5th, these are very favorable days where you could reconnect with your spouse. This is where the energies are more supportive within your marriage. Okay, so good days for you. The 6th, 7th, and 8th, these are, again, not supportive days for you. This is where you could feel stressed. This is where your communication with your family also could have a bit of an issue as well. So, be a little bit mindful on these days. Now, the 9th and the 10th, this is where your energies are good. These are days where your energies are feeling better, more positive. You'll find that, your father is very supportive on these days. If you need to do any long distance travel, it's good on these days as well. Now, the 11th and 12th, this is where you need to focus your energies on your career, on your work environment, your colleagues, your superiors. Showcase your talents to the best of your ability. This is not a very favorable month for you regarding career, so you really have to put in the efforts here. And you may not see results, but put in the effort, because down the road, everything that's good to you will come to you. Now, the 13th and the 14th, these are good fun days. So relax, go out with your friends, have a good time, spend some time socializing on these days. Now, the 15th and 16th, again, unfavorable days. This is where you can have unexpected expenses. This is where something could come up regarding your health. And this is where you don't feel like you're being supported. You don't feel like you feel alone, you feel isolated. So the energies are not good on these days. The 17th and the 18th, these are your days. These are days where now you're feeling good, you're feeling positive. This is where you recollect your strength, and you self-reflect and self-rejuvenate on these days. So good for you. Now, the 19th and 20th, great days for money. Okay. So this is where you want to, cash in on these days. Be mindful of your expenses, because it's not a good month for health or for expenses. So be mindful, so save for that rainy day. So the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, these are also really nice days for you. Nice days for you to spend with your siblings. If you need to take a short trip, if you need to do any local traveling, very positive for that. Maybe take some time and just, work on a hobby so you de-stressed. Very, very good time for that. The 24th, 25th, great days for you. This is where you're happy at home. You're feeling at peace. Everything is good. The energies are flowing here. So this week of the 21st to the 27th, great week for you. And the 26th and the 27th, very romantic days if you're single. The creativity will be on a peak here. Great focus also on these days. So that's a great week for you. So you do have like a heavy month, but the week of the 21st is, you'll get all your energies back. You'll feel happy. You'll feel good. Okay. Now the 28th, 29th, and the 30th. Again, this is where your health you need to be mindful of your health here. You need to be mindful of your decisions that you're making here, and the energies that are around you. They won't be as supportive as you need them to be. So just, be mindful of that, and it will pass. Because the 31st is a great day. It's a day where you'll feel supportive. You'll feel that you're in sync with your partner, whether it's your marriage partner, whether it's your business partner. The energies are really flowing. You're understanding each other. The communication is good, and the energies are really working well together. So I really hope you're finding my calendars helpful in your day-to-day planning. If you do enjoy my videos, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And please, while you're at it, please don't forget to press that bell notification so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for being with me today.